Hello student, good morning. I Satish Pandey. Today we are going to study about the organization of data, which is the third chapter as per your NCERT book. We have already studied the two chapter introduction and classification of data. In the organization of data, as its name suggests, we need to organize data into in such a way that it give the meaningful result and it become easy to understand. So under the organization of data, we convert the raw data into classified data. Raw data is a data which you collect and write as it is, just like raw material before making the goods. So in the collection of data, you have studied that you have collected data by visiting to the different people using the questionnaire. But when you collect the data and your collection is complete, now you have another job to organize this data. This organization is done at your home or your office, depend upon. So let us start organization of data. Organization of data is a very important step. In this chapter, we are going to study classify data for further statistical analysis. So for further statistical analysis, if you want to suppose calculate mean, median, mode, or present it in a histogram, bar diagram, so you need to first organize the data. Second thing is distinguish between the quantitative and qualitative classification, which we are going to study. And next one is prepare a frequency distribution. Now know the technique of forming classes. You know that you have studied the classes, class interval 0 to 10, 10 to 20, but there is a technique to form it, which you need to understand. Be familiar with the method of tally marking. So I hope all of you have studied in a previous class what is tally marking, and you already know difference between univariate and bivariate frequency distribution. So this is last topic. We will study about when there is a one variable, there is a two variable, how we can do with them. So with this we are going to start. So you can see there are one example given. There is a photograph of kabadi wala. You can see a kabadi wala purchase different kinds of goods like bottles, plastic, iron, glass, newspaper. There are lots of goods he purchased and keep it in his bag. It is in mix. It is in raw form. Do you think that he sell it also in the same form, mixed form? So when kabadiwala go to his own shop, he classify it. Glasses are keep with the glasses, and the newspaper are keep with the newspaper. So while collection, he do not distinguish because he is have to visit to different houses and collect it as soon as possible, because other people also have no time to sit with you. So and he has to take it home also. Similarly, when you perform the collection of data in statistics, you have to collect it without classifying it. Just whatever you are asking, you note it. Immediately you have to note it, because there are face to face interview is going on. You cannot at the same time classify it also. You just note it, and just similarly he purchased it from the different houses, and then after visited to his home or office shop, and then after it classify it. So he classify iron, copper, aluminium, brass. So different item he classified. Similarly plastic in the different container, and newspaper in different container. So he make a list. If you want to classify it in a theoretical way, you have to write like this. In a make a column and write item, and then after you have to write copper. It is very difficult to write with mouse. So copper, and then after newspaper in this way, and you number of items. You already know that you have done with the tally marks how many copper plots are there. So in this way we can classify the things. So in the manner Kabadiwala group his junk in such a way that each group consists of the similar item. So similar item group in the same. Under the group of glass, he would put empty bottles, broken mirrors, and window panes. Similarly, when classify your history books under the group of history, you would not put the book of a different subject. So at your home also you will have to classify your books. So finally, let us see that what is classification. So classification therefore is arranging or organizing similar thing into groups or classes. So classification means arranging or organizing similar things into groups or classes. Now another topic second, I hope you understand how to convert the raw material into classified one. Now let us discuss about the raw material. Raw material means the junk Kabadiwala have without segregating. So it is unclassified data or raw data. It is highly disorganized. They are often very large and cumbersome to handle. To draw a meaningful conclusions from them, it is tedious task because they do not yield the statistical method easily. So raw data have no any use in statistics until you classify it. Raw data is just like a junk you have collected, and although it is useful, but you have to make it useful by classifying it. So now suppose you want to know the performance of a student in mathematics examination. So marks of mathematics out of 100, here it is given, and you need to understand. So here if the marks is here given, different marks are given. If you have been asked that how many students got first division, so can you find it from this raw data? It is difficult to find from raw data, because you have to see each and every item, and then after you need to count how many are getting more than 60%, and then after you have to do it. But if you classify it using the tally sign by making the different columns, you know already that we can make the different column, and with the help of this column you can write here the class, and the class will be maybe from 0 to 10, then 10 to 20. Once you make the class, it become very easy for you to classify it. So when then after you use the tally sign, in tally sign there are how many items are there, you write here, and then after you count here and you find out the frequency. I have not been using in very detail because I know already that you have already studied this in your previous class, classification of data. So I am just introducing it. Now you have to find out, and after that you will get the 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. In this way you will get the various class, interval, class, and that making class is the classification itself. Its name suggests you have to make the different class using the class interval, and then after it become classification, and this is the classification is the main part of organization of data. So you are supposed to classify it, and when you classify it you will able to use it for further statistical study. For example, you can make it histogram using this, but can you make histogram with this raw data? You cannot make histogram because you need to know that what are the scale you needed, 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30 on your graph. For that you need classification of data. If you want to calculate various things, you will feel very difficult in raw data, but when it is arranged in classes it become easy for you to calculate. So in this way you understand that raw data have no use in statistics. You have to classify it, and then after, just like kabadi wala is classifying his data value, now it is not looking like junk. You can see in this figure, in the previous figure it looks like junk, everything is mixed and meshed. If you want to find anything you have to search it. Here it is classified, so everything is classified. Bottle is with bottle, and newspaper is in newspaper. So everything when classified, if you want to find anything you can easily find it in classifying data. So raw data is unclassified data, which make it difficult to further statistical calculation, and we need to arrange it in this marks. If you have been asked what is the highest mark, what is the lowest marks, who have got 33, it is very difficult to find out who have got how many of them are failed. But when you classify it, it become easy for you. So here is the similar table is given: monthly household expenditure in rupees on food of 50 household. So this expenditure is there. If I ask you how many family spend between 1000 to 1500, so it become difficult. But once you classified here 1000 to 1500, 1500 to 2000, 2000 to 2500, 2500 to, in this way classified. So just with view you can answer whatever I ask. How many family spend more than 3000? So everything will be easy, become easy when you classify this data. So I hope you understand the classification. It is the conversion of raw material into group. Group may be in the form of class interval. Group may be in the form of some other types also. For example, there are a group of commerce student, science student. In science student also further there are two groups, bio student, math student. In school there are various group, class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4, class 5. These class, what does this class suggest? This class suggests classification. A school class is itself a classification. Each you cannot put a commerce student with the math student, and two teachers are teaching in the same class separately, so it become very difficult. That's why the school have classified the classes. Different classes have different rooms. So now you understand that the classification is very important. That's why in the organization of data we are more focusing on the classification of data. How can we do the classification? One classification I told you, that is 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40. These are the quantitative classification. Classification based on quantity. So similarly there are other classification. In the classification many types of classifications are there which you can use to classify quantitative, qualitative, chronological classification. So these all are classification which we are going to discuss in next lecture, because it become very lengthy.